Hey everyone, Mike Henderson here. It's been a few days, so I thought I'd come back and update you on the theme that I'm looking at right now, which is digital marketing. But it's this idea that every offer in the marketplace now is effectively a prepper offer. If you don't know what a prepper is, that's well, I mean, there's a first thing to say is there's a bit of a misconception. Most people hear the word prepper and they think of bunkers and storable food and gold bars and all that kind of stuff. Um, but the idea of a prepper is less of a product really in my mind, and it's more of a philosophy, an idea. A prepper idea is relates to someone or a group that's always kind of looking at worst case scenarios, contingency planning. And when you come at it from that angle, you understand that you can apply a prepper lens to pretty much anything really. Whatever your product is, whatever your market is, there's a prepper angle on that. So everyone is a prepper now, and obviously we live in strange times. I don't need to explain that, but now things have almost kind of inverted, topsy-turvy, in a lot of ways. People, for the most part, since I've been working in this business, treated preppers as a bit of a joke, really. You know, they were kind of laughed at, mocked a bit for doing what they do. But these are not normal times, and we don't know how long the repercussions of the virus and everything that's gone with it are going to last for. So there's plenty of caution now to go around. And to be frank, planning, you know, it seems to be central to everyone's outlook right now. You know, we're all asking a lot of questions. How do I, maybe you've got a business, how do I operate that business now with so much, such a paralysis in activity? How do I run my stuff from home maybe? How do I look after a family, a child? How do I educate them, entertain them when, you know, there's so many restrictions on what they can and can't do? Same with money and finances. So, you know, every offer that we're actually putting into the market now has to address a slightly different set of needs. So I like to use the term prepper light because it seems that every vertical that is in existence and actually there to service people's fundamental needs really a different spin on it. And by looking at what's worked in prepper markets, I think we can learn a lot about how to tap into this demand in a slightly different way. So with the coronavirus, then I think, you know, the virus is one thing. The major impact on the economy and markets has to do with fear and restrictions, but particularly fear on the demand side. You know, we feel, I think, a lot more vulnerable than we did just a few weeks ago. You know, the questions people are asking themselves is, well, what happens if I lose my job, or if I can't get my main source of income back up? That's a worry. What happens if I get sick? How does that health situation translate into other areas of my life and my family? So there's a ton of big questions. And even beyond the obvious ones, social life and dating and all these kinds of things, although they may be on the back burner now, at some point people are going to want to desperately kind of get back to normality, and all of these things are going to need solutions. So it's really shaken up the way we look at our basic needs, the way we protect ourselves, the way we protect our wealth, our assets. And that could even get worse if we see a lot of inflation or crises, problems in the banking sector. Also our security, protecting our physicality and our families, you know. Again, right now, maybe not so much, but if things get very unruly and there's a lot of disruption, then that could be a much, much bigger theme. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of, again, make this point that in so many ways, the prepper lens is relevant to everything that we're putting out. And increasingly, this, I think, is going to be a bit of a paradigm shift in digital marketing in terms of the messaging that works. Now, the other area of this relates to how people themselves are using the online space, because even before this crisis of the past month or so, the pandemic, the job market, the traditional kind of office space and job for life, or at least permanent job, full-time job, was on pretty shaky ground. I think increasingly we're moving away from that model, and this has just really sped it up. So a lot of people now are looking seriously at the idea that they won't be able to have a 9 to 5 for the foreseeable future. They may not get it back when they get back, when this kind of lockdown stops, but even if they do, you know, this is not maybe something that's going to be around forever. So they have to be more, I suppose, creative and ask broader questions around how they can replicate those income streams and get a decent standard of living, but using new channels and mostly with this acceleration of the way that all of our lives are going online and transactions are being done online, business is being done online. The ways that people can make income digitally by affiliate channels is going to be this huge area where they're going to need help and guidance. And as people who work in that space, there's both opportunities for us, but also in a more kind of moral sense, I think there's a obligation to help people to get what they need and to train them and assist them in making that transition. So that really is a space that's going to require a lot of resources and effort, and it's worth, I think, all of us just sitting down and thinking what we can do to improve things there. So I won't talk too much more about all of the different offers. That there's clearly going to be a stack of stuff, and I think the main point is every area of the marketplace is going to be impacted: health, finances, everything. Okay, and you needn't worry too much, I think, if you are in this line of business, a copywriter, a marketer, about the economic downturn. At some point, you know, people are still spending, so it's just moving into different channels, and at some point we will see a normalization. But I think the main thing to realize is that the demand has changed, that people's attitudes, their desires, their preferences are going to be very different. And if you're not on board with that, then you may find that the marketplace has moved on and you're not in a place to provide the right solutions anymore. So now is the time to really stop, recalibrate, look at what we're doing, look at what people need, and find out how we can tap into that, because there is a ton of pain out there, so much uncertainty. We just need to know what those stories are that people are telling and really understand them, and think of ways creatively that we can tap into that emotion, and find the right solutions so that they don't have to worry quite so much anymore. Now, we don't have all the answers yet, and clearly technology, I think, is going to be something really to keep our eye on. But we're in a good place, I think, just by starting to question what it is that people need, starting to look at more holistic, natural, kind of humble, toned down offers, and test. You know, testing is always important. I think especially at a point in time like now, when there is so much uncertainty, as a digital marketer, you know, try different offers, try things that maybe didn't work so well before, and see. And when you do strike on the right thing, that you'll be in a great place to really kind of reap the benefits. So that's all I've got for today. I will be back again, I promise. It's been a while, but good luck, keep in touch, and thanks for watching.